What's up, everybody? Yes, y'all, welcome to your girl, Tweet Talks. Okay, so first up, it's Monday. As promised, I'm back. And first I want to tell everybody, it's a new week. Hold your head up because you're going to get through. In a little while, you'll turn around and it'll be Friday. Okay, y'all, so in today's episode is going to be dedicated to more of a younger population. Yes, so all my listeners that's in the young group, and I ain't gonna put an age on a young group because some of us older bunnies feel like we is still a part of the younger bunnies. Okay? And I know I'm not just speaking for myself when I say that. But today's episode is entitled Ride or Die. Yeah, now see, when we say that, the first thing you think of when you think of Ride or Die is you think of that old school song. Something like what's playing in the background. Rough Riders, that's the first thing you think of. But see, in today's society, the first thing that you think of when you think of a ride or die, you think of a person that's a ride or die. What is it? What actually is it in the modern day world? Well, in most cases, a ride or die is a person they're gonna stick with you through thick, thin, up, down, left, right. I mean, regardless of what you got going on, they riding with you. You know, and that's what we have kind of connected with the word or words ride or die. Because that person's going to ride with you or they're going to die with you. Either way, they there, right? And you know what I've noticed? I'm a person that loves music. I'm big on music. I love music. Different types of music. But if you really think about in today's society, right? If you watch any videos, check out any type of imagery or songs, especially the songs that's connected with the videos. These songs nowadays is all about riding. I mean, it really is. It's like some of the artists that I listen to, that's all you hear about is a female riding with her dude. But do you really hear music about the dude riding with a woman? Yeah, y'all already know what to do. Okay. My email is up and ready to go at tweettalks@proton.me. Y'all can hit me up because in reality, when you think about it, you see the videos and you see the guys, they looking good, they riding around in whatever type of vehicle they in. But you always see the women crying about the men. Now, when you think about old school back in the day, like back when Keith Sweat, Gerald Levert, all of the old school artists, they was basically begging for their woman to come back because they was willing to ride with her. But now, in today's society, you don't see that. It's almost like they're teaching the younger generation that the woman's job is to ride, and the dude, his job is to have a rider. Okay, and so with that being said, I'm going to introduce y'all to something. Now, on this podcast, it's all about enlightenment, having conversation, having a lot of those aha moments. Okay? So guess what? When y'all hear this sound, yes, so this is like, we're going to have our own Oprah. We're going to have our own Oprah. So with that being said, when we think about a rider and we think about, let's talk about the pros and the cons, right? Okay, so a person is in a relationship and you riding with somebody for a long period of time. What are the pros? What are the pros? I have my own theory on this, but we're going to do this one-way conversation thing where I'm talking to you about some things that maybe it'll aha up in there somewhere. Y'all know what I mean. But when you think of the pros of riding or dying with somebody that's staying in a long-term relationship, you say, okay, well, we're going to be together. You got that longevity that I ain't going nowhere. You ain't got to worry about that new. You ain't got to worry about those new woes is what I would call them. You ain't got to worry about any of that. Because you know this person, you know how they operate. You know what tick them off, what turns them on, the things they like, the things they don't like. You also know how they're going to deal with certain situations. You already know that. You know this person. Okay? And I'm stuck. I'm really stuck because, like I said, y'all tap in and let me know. But to me, staying in a ride or die situation, when we think about the pros, yeah, there's some good things about it. You know, that longevity, you get to stay with that person for a long period of time. But when we talk about the cons of it, so the cons of a situation like that, you think of, okay, I'm riding with this person. This situation is ever changing. Like, for real, that is the biggest thing for me. So now when we say ever changing, we mean that, okay, things could be good one minute like any other relationship. Things could be bad the next minute. But when I say change, it can really change. Like, I mean, you could be in a situation where you feel like you really have to ride with this person because you portrayed that image and you told them this is what you're going to do. But I feel like with some things you got to have limitations. You got to. But let's roll on back to the cons of the situation. Because a lot of times in being in a relationship as a ride or die, there is no boundaries. That means that this person can do what they're going to do. There may be a little disagreement, but at the end of the day, the alternative is we're going to get this thing back together. Now, when it comes to my own personal opinion about that, you're leaving yourself open. As Smokey said, you're leaving yourself open, dog. Because this person knows that you're going to stay and you're going to ride with them through ups and downs. And they can always come back. Just not a good situation for anybody to put themselves in. It's always good to have limitations and boundaries. Especially when we're talking about the cons. And the reality of it is when you're in a situation where you are portraying to be this ride or die, you can get caught in a crossfire. When I say crossfire, I mean that literally. And we all know when you get caught in a crossfire, something you don't know how it's going to work out. This means that that person is out there doing something they ain't got no business doing. You riding along. If this person is doing something that can cause them to have other issues with somebody else, you caught in that crossfire. So I say this all to say, in any relationship, whether you riding or dying, whatever you choose to do, always have limitations. And the reality of it is, being a rider with limitations, it's not really a rider. So it's okay to be in a committed relationship with somebody and be down for them, but always have limitations on what you will and will not put up with, what you will and will not do. That's being healthy. Because you saying I'm riding with you through everything is making that person feel loved. But going too far on the limb of yourself, that's not showing self-love. Right? Just something to put in your ear to think about a little bit. But anyway, babies, I've taken up too much of your time. And I'm getting away from mine. So I want to tell y'all, I love y'all. Peace out. Thanks for tuning in. Tweet, y'all.